Good morning. Myself Shweta working as an assistant professor at Sandeep Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Mehravani, Nasik. Today, I am going to discuss emulsion. In emulsion, the basic introduction and types of emulsion we are going to discuss. Now, what are emulsions? Emulsions are coming under dispersion system, or we can say disperse system. In disperse system, there are two types of dosage form. One is emulsion, another one is suspension. Now, how these emulsions are going to be differentiated from the suspension? Now, emulsion is a dispersion in which the dispersed phase is composed of small globules of a liquid distributed throughout the vehicle in which it is immiscible. And suspension is a two-phase system in which a finely divided solid is disposed in a continuous phase of solid, liquid or gas. Now, definition of emulsion. We can define an emulsion. Emulsion is a thermodynamically unstable system consisting of at least two immiscible liquid phases, one of which is disposed as a globules in the another liquid stabilized by a third substance called emulsifying agent. Or we can define it. An emulsion is a dispersion in which the dispersed phase is composed of small globules of a liquid distributed throughout the vehicle in which it is immiscible. So in figure ABC, we can observe that how the stable emulsion we can prepare. As in figure A, we can see when we are trying to mix two immiscible liquid, there is formation of two layers or two phases which are separated from each other. When we are applying shear in figure B, when we are applying shear or applying shaking to these two phases, one phase is forming droplet into another phase. But once this shaking ceases, if all dispersed phase globules are forming a cream over the surface of the continuous phase. So, in figure D, we can observe that stable emulsion is prepared by the addition of emulsifying agent which is present over the droplets of a liquid. So, this is forming a layer, thin layer which is surrounding the globules. Now, what is internal phase or external phase in an emulsion? So, in figure 1a, we can observe oil which is present at a discontinuous phase, which is going to be observed as a globules. So, the dispersed liquid is known as the internal or discontinuous phase, whereby the water is present as a continuous phase. So, this is example of OW type of emulsion. In figure 1b, the dispersion medium is known as the external or continuous phase, where the water is the discontinuous phase which is present into the oil which is as a continuous phase. Now, pause your video and think, how can we classify emulsions? And take your answer. Classification of emulsion. We can classify emulsion based on two things. One is dispersed phase and another one is size of liquid droplets. So based on dispersed phase, we can classify emulsion as a OW type of emulsion and W type of emulsion. So in case of OW type of emulsion, oil droplets are dispersed in water And in case of water in oil emulsion, WO type of emulsion, water droplets disperse in oil. Based on size of liquid droplets, we can classify emulsion as a macro emulsion and micro emulsions. What are macro emulsions? These are kinetically stable systems in which droplet size range is in the of 0.5 micrometer to 100 micrometer. In case of micro emulsions, these are thermodynamically unstable systems in which globule size is present in the range of 0.01 to 0.2 ml. So, these are different types of emulsion: simple emulsion, multiple emulsion and micro emulsion. So, macro emulsion is coming under simple emulsion. We can give example as a OW type of emulsion and WO type of emulsion where droplet size is greater than 0.1 micrometer. In multiple emulsions, oil in oil and water in oil in water means OWO type of emulsion and WO type of emulsion. So, these are the examples. In case of micro emulsions, these are thermodynamically stable, optically transparent mixtures of a biphasic oil water system stabilized with the surfactant. So in figure we can observe first figure which is indicating us the simple emulsion. Macro emulsions means oil globules are present into the or water globules are present into a continuous space. In case of another diagram, we are observing that droplets are present into a single droplet which is again going to be dispersed into a continuous phase. So these are the multiple emulsion, OWO type of emulsion or WOW type of emulsion. And in case of micro emulsions, these are nano emulsions. So when we observe it by our naked eyes, it appears as a solutions. Now, general types of pharmaceutical emulsions. We can formulate emulsions into different types of dosage form like ointment, cream, liniments, lotions and vitamin drops. So, from that we can observe that why emulsion formulation is very important. Thank you.